The practice of financial planning gives you a structure for methodically and strategically reaching your life goals while averting shocks and surprises. Its goals include figuring out capital needs, creating financial regulations, and making sure that the limited financial resources are used as efficiently as feasible. It's not easy to instill in young adults the habit of financial preparation. One wouldn't know where to start or how to manage their funds when they volunteer to do so. Here are 10 essential guidelines for effective financial planning. Number 10. Take care of your finances. Money management doesn't have to be tedious. It's not complicated, and you don't have to come from a wealthy family. All you have to do is put in a little effort. Making the decision to save money is the first step in managing finances. One of the most effective steps toward increased financial freedom is saving money. How about taking a loan from a friend to make that last-minute doctor's appointment? You may have to swipe your credit card if you don't have any buddies. As you are aware, credit card debt is the most costly type of debt. If you keep doing this, you'll find yourself in a debt trap before you even realize it. You can have a long list of financial objectives, similar to investing in a car, acquiring the newest smartphone, or building money. All these scenarios require financial resources. Where will it originate, though? You must be saving money. Number 9. Manage your spending prudently. It's likely that you are living much beyond your means if you are living paycheck to paycheck and are having financial difficulties even before the month is out. Perhaps there are a lot of unforeseen costs. You could not have enough money for the basics as a result of these. However, there is a solution to this. Consider creating a budget. You cannot manage your cash flows if you do not have a budget. All it does is display your income and outgoing expenses on paper. Sort your costs first into fixed and variable, urgent and non-urgent, luxury and needs, and avoidable and unavoidable. You'll be able to compile a comprehensive list of all of your spending in this manner. You will be able to grasp things better the more you translate abstract concepts into tangible ones. You can arrange needs in a hierarchy and choose which ones to take care of first. The key is to set priorities. You have to acknowledge that your wants are limitless, but your resources are finite. However, you must control your resource usage. The earlier you come to terms with this reality, the more adept you will be at reining in your spending impulses. Number 8. Continue to keep a personal cash book. Knowing what you own and what you owe is made easier with a personal balance sheet. It's a really effective strategy for improving your financial situation. You can list your assets and liabilities on this declaration. Your net worth is determined by subtracting your liabilities from your assets. Gather your bank statements and other evidence of the liabilities before beginning. Next, make a list of all of your assets, including the worth of your property, investments, bank account, and other valuables. Define the overall value of your assets out of all of them. List all of your debts, including credit card balances, auto and house loans, and any outstanding sums on other loans. The total amount of your liabilities will indicate how much you owe. A positive net worth indicates that the amount of money you own exceeds the amount of money you owe. If the result is bad, don't give up. Your net worth will progressively rise as long as you continue to make loan repayments. Number 7. Handling extra cash sensibly. The way you handle excess money will shape your future. Without a plan, you run the risk of going over budget. You couldn't become financially independent with this money. The way you handle excess money will shape your future. Without a plan, you run the risk of going over budget. You couldn't become financially independent with this money. With inflation as a backdrop, everything will get more expensive every year. Your money won't increase to cover the inflation difference if you don't invest. You might not be able to retire when you would like to if not. Investing is a fantastic method to use excess money and fight inflation. It can be applied to increase money and redirect it toward achieving objectives. It is best to begin investing as early as possible. One way to get from where you are to where you want to be is by investing. Establish objectives first, such as saving for retirement or purchasing a car. Sort those objectives into long-term and short-term categories. Short-term goals are those that can be completed in a year or 3. Medium-term goals are those that require a 3 to 5 year time frame. Objectives that will take longer than 5 years to complete in order to fulfill our long-term objectives. Number 6. Establish your own investment portfolio. Building your first investment portfolio is a significant accomplishment in and of itself. It is, after all, the initial step toward accumulating riches. Distributing your investment among asset types, such as cash, debt, and equities, is the process of building a portfolio. We call it asset allocation. Even if stocks are the most effective way to offset inflation and save taxes, investing all of your money in stocks isn't a wise choice. In order to achieve your financial objectives, you must diversify the amounts that should be invested in each asset type. Investing for the long term is usually a smarter choice if you want to increase your corpus. Number 5. Retirement planning. It's critical for everyone to plan for retirement. You are more susceptible to conditions like diabetes, hypertension, and heart attacks as a result of your sedentary lifestyle. Year by year, the cost of healthcare is rising. Without a social security system, you must have your own money to cover all of these costs. You may be thinking, like a lot of other people, that it's too early to begin planning. If you start retirement planning later than you could have, you will accumulate less than you could have if you started earlier. We can attribute this to the magic of compounding. You can even live a hassle-free life and retire early thanks to it. You must be clear on a few things while making retirement plans, such as the age at which you wish to retire. Estimate the monthly amount you will require to cover your post-retirement expenses in addition to that. Number 4, take care of your debt. Your wages could be significantly reduced if you don't manage your debt. To pay off previous loans, you might have to take out new ones. You can find yourself in a dangerous debt trap if it spirals out of control. It's possible that important life goals may go unfulfilled and that retirement will be postponed. Making a plan for paying off your debts could help you avoid these issues. To be clear, all you need to know is who you owe money to and how much. Make a plan to pay them back in chalk. If you have a large amount of debt, begin by paying off the largest amount first. Credit cards are actually the most costly type of debt. Pay down your credit card debt in full each month as soon as your money is credited. Refrain from succumbing to the temptation of making the minimum payment. The interest will quickly compound and deplete all of your funds. Strive to limit the use of the credit card to emergencies only. Number 3, obtain risk coverage. Property and human life are susceptible to dangers. These dangers have the potential to impair your income and place you and your dependents in danger financially. As with investing to increase money, make sure wealth is preserved with insurance. Purchasing a ULIP is not enough. You continue to have insufficient insurance and wind up paying more. Purchasing a term insurance plan will be a more prudent course of action in place of this. A term insurance plan offers more affordable, greater risk coverage. Your life insurance coverage won't yield any profits. The amount guaranteed should ideally equal at least 10 times your yearly salary. You may shop around for the best deal on life insurance by comparing policies online before making a purchase. Number 2, making an estate plan. You might be surprised. Everybody owns an estate. Every asset, including your house, car, and the money in your current and savings accounts, is part of your estate. When the time comes, you have to decide what should happen to them. It is your responsibility to make sure the proper asset is allocated to the correct person in the right way. In the end, estate planning is something you should consider. People frequently believe that estate planning is just for the wealthy, but the truth is entirely different. It is important for everyone who cannot afford to give their possessions to unwelcome parties when they pass away. It's possible that the majority of us have never considered estate planning. Maybe some of us are delaying it till later. However, this is a flawed strategy. As soon as you start amassing assets, you can begin estate planning. Making an inventory of the things you own is a good place to start. Make a list of the beneficiaries and the percentage of the assets you wish to give each of them. Number 1, making tax plans. You must examine your finances from the perspective of tax efficiency. To lower your tax obligation at the conclusion of the fiscal year, you are able to take advantage of a number of tax exemptions, deductions, and perks. Subscribe to our channel for more details.